These are some of the pictures of my 2013 Ford Taurus taken on the road. And you may wonder, well, why is this guy showing me pictures of his car on the road? Well, one, I like new cars. I think the Ford Taurus is a good looking car, at least this 2013 model. But it shouldn't be so strange that I show you pictures of my car, because people who have antique cars and classic cars, they're proud of them. And what do they do with them? Well, they take them to car shows. They put them in parades. Well, I like new cars and not so much antique cars or classic cars. So I can't take my car to a car show, antique car show or a classic car show. I can't put it in a parade, so I put it online. But I'm no different than the people who love their antiques or classic cars. Unfortunately, I'm not interested in antique or classic cars. It's not that I don't like them. I do like them. I appreciate them. But my interest in owning one is, it's zero. And why I'm not interested in owning one? Well, I can't take an antique or a classic car on the road without the thing falling apart. And number two, they're not comfortable to drive in, especially on a long road trip. This last road trip I took was about 2,500 miles. I mean, my bones would be broken up in an old car. And the other thing is, I don't want to have to call a tow truck when I'm on the road. That's not the reason why I'm taking a road trip. And by the way, road trip is an old slot machine that I play every time I see it. It's a fun one. Anyways, I don't want to call tow trucks on my trips. The only reason I'd want to call tow trucks on my trips is if I wanted to photograph all the old tow trucks or the different style of tow trucks around the country. The first picture is of my 2013 Ford Taurus parked in Marianna, Florida, which I'm also including a couple of pictures with it that I took there. The next picture is of my Ford Taurus at the Armed Forces Museum near Hattiesburg, Mississippi. Well, I'm driving along the road, and that's what I like to do. I see a sign that says, oh, military museum, turn right. I said, okay, let's see what it's all about. So I go down the road, and that's the last sign I saw for the military museum. And I'm just going and going, and finally I get up to a military gate, and I asked the guards there. I said, "Do you have a museum here?" "Oh, yes, we do." "Oh, where's it at?" So, "Well, just follow it down the road." Well, I had to give them my ID and everything else, and I started going down the road, and I'm on the base now, a military base, and still no signs for the military museum, which I picked up off the highway about 5 miles back. So I got frustrated, and I pulled over, and I saw a couple of soldiers standing outside barracks, and I got out of my car, and they're looking at me like, what does this guy want? And I asked them, I said, "You know where the military museum is?" "Oh, yeah, you got to go up ahead, and then you got to turn right." Well, I went up ahead and turned right, and I finally got it. Anyways, this is a picture of my Taurus at the military museum, and two pictures I took at the museum also. The next one is my Ford Taurus at the fishing pier in Biloxi, Mississippi. And also with the Bay Bridge in the background that goes from Biloxi to Ocean Springs. This fishing pier is maybe about a year old, maybe been open about a year. But Hurricane Katrina wiped out the old bridge between Biloxi and Ocean Springs. And those poor people who had to go to work from Ocean Springs to the casinos in Biloxi had to travel all the way up to I-10, go west, and then come back south on I-110 just to go to work. It must have been, I don't know, about a 20-mile trip. Anyways, this is a photo of the car and two photos from stills from Biloxi. The last one is my car at St. Gabriel's, Louisiana. I was driving towards Baton Rouge, Louisiana. On the highway I saw the sign. It said, "Old church, off to the right." Well, that's my kind of stuff. So I went off to the right and I found this old church. Beautiful. I mean, it was built like in the 1800s. Anyways, I took a picture of that and I kind of dramatized it a little bit, and also was a picture of a power plant nearby, which of course I had to add my dramatic effect to. That was my 2013 Ford Taurus that I used for my January 2015 road trip. And I hopefully will have some more road trips with this car before I change the lease. Whether I get another Taurus or something else, well, I'm still thinking about that.